not sure why Microsoft makes it this way, but there's way too many options. An alert subscription or a booking alert or a comment or a customer voice alert, an invite redemption. All of these activities I've talked about, they all come because of something else happening. Like, for example, a workflow that creates an alert subscription or a comment that someone creates on one of your web portals. What we generally do is we try to take this down and just make sure that the only 4 records that you'll see here are the appointment, the email, the phone call, and task. Now, you might have some others you use. So, for example, if you do SMS messaging, you might want to be able to create an SMS or text message directly from the timeline. But for the most part, you'll only need the 4: appointment, email, phone call, and task. So let's show you how I clean those up. We're going to switch over to my development environment. And here we are on the contact form. Now, in the contact form, we have the timeline right here in the center, right underneath the up next control. And if we click on the timeline, we're going to see all of the changes that we can make to customize the timeline. Let's start by turning off and on the records that we see when we're clicking on that plus button in the timeline. So first thing we want to do is scroll through this list, and we want to go down to where it says record settings for activities, notes, and posts. And let's open up activities, and you're going to see a list of a number of activities that you can see or create from within the timeline. So let's look at this first one here. You're not going to create a campaign activity in the timeline. So let's open that up. And do you see how it says enable, but it doesn't see create directly from timeline? What that means is if there is a campaign activity through the timeline for this contact, you will see it, but you can't create it directly from the timeline. So I would just leave this one alone, because if you do use marketing within Dynamic, this will allow you to see any of the campaign activities that you might have had for this contact. Let's move down to another one, however, though, portal comment. Now, portal comments usually only are created directly from the portal itself. And so here we see enable is enabled, but create directly from timeline is enabled. So I want to get create directly from timeline. And if I don't use a portal, maybe I want to turn that off as well. So I'm going to click done. Maybe I'm going to go through a few more in here. So invite redemption. We are never going to use that. So let's turn that off. Alert subscription. We're going to turn that one off. So we're going to go through this list and turn those off, and then we're going to save and publish our changes. Once those changes have gone through our system, have been published, I'm going to do a F5 refresh. And if we go on our timeline and we click on the plus button, we see this list of items that we create directly from the timeline has shortened up. 2 records we turned off no longer show as creatable in the timeline.